stumbled across
Christian.
Tristan&Kyle are boring, the podcast.
Brought to you by...
So You Think You Can't Dance, coming this fall from the team that brought you Stop Eating Animals and Trigger Warning, comes an all-new reality TV show that is sure to capture the hearts of everyone. So You Think You Can't Dance, a non-competitive TV show that features dancers from all over the world and tells every one of them they're great at dancing and to keep dancing like no one's watching. And by...
No, You Can't Dance. Coming from a creative team that brought to you My Butt, of the new series that makes fun of So You Think You Can't Dance.
It's a pretty sophisticated podcast. So
I can tell, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you're saying I don't really know how to handle or
Not
anything
really.
like that. It's like, it's a lot of shit just coming at me just like trees in the woods, man.
So a very special episode. This is the first time I've ever said that. But it's going to be our last episode of this season. I have a special guest, two special guests actually.
Oh, shit.
As you probably heard from the intro that Christian hasn't heard yet. I have Christian on the podcast with me today instead of Tristan.
That's me.
And he brought a friend as well.
I did, but I feel like he's not even really an honorable mention.
Sex worker.
Oh no.
He's fucking lazy. He just sleeps around all the time.
Oh, got a good sigh out of him.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a pup in the room. Just, that's how we do things here.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Before we get rolling with the rest of the podcast, just going to go over some of the info from last podcast. We couldn't think of a few things. What are you doing?
I was burping.
Oh. Yeah, so we couldn't think of the name of the director for the Wonder Emporium, Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's Terry Gilliam.
Hmm.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is I thought there was some lore or reality behind a lot of people dying on his sets. I couldn't find anything about that. I have no idea where I heard that from. It's not true. But the thing I think I was thinking of was all the incidences for the Spider-Man the musical. Did you hear about those?
There's a musical Spider-Man?
Not anymore. Yeah, there was one on Broadway for a second. They might be back on now. I don't know. I'll have to research that. So will everyone listening to this because this is the last episode.
Did it stop running because Tobey Maguire wasn't in it and nobody wanted to see it?
Well, it stopped running originally because there were so many incidences. There was... Let's see.
Like supernatural shit? There's ghosts and stuff like that? Like
No, just like their rigging and stuff. It was like super not on par. Like I put down a few things, like one of the flying stunts, like the guy who's playing Spider-Man slammed into the stage
Oh.
after being like catapulted into the air, and he broke both his wrists.
Well, you don't need those to be Spider-Man.
Well, A to D, I guess.
Hmm.
And then after that happened, a second actor came forward and he was like, "Yeah, well, I was seriously injured doing another of those stunts as well." And then the lead actress of the musical was hit in the head by a piece of equipment hanging from a rope
God damn.
during the first preview. And then before, also during they do like previews ahead of time, like limited cold opens,
Like when you go to a movie at a theater and they do previews?
No, not quite like that. They let people like preview the play like before it's done, like when they have a lot of it finished.
Oh, I see.
They have like writers and stuff come in and that
Okay.
kind of shit.
I really liked my idea though. That was a preview, like a commercial before a movie. I think that would have been amazing. Just like these little mini plays that were going on beforehand.
But yeah, while that was happening, an actor named Mendoza who played the bad Spider-Man, if you will, or bad Spider-Woman, I don't know. She decided to leave production permanently because of injuries. Another guy fell like 30 feet and broke multiple vertebrae and ribs. And then lastly, like before they were going to open, they had like a lot of safety violations. Just a lot of crazy stuff with that. I think that's what I was thinking about. I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
What other movies did Gilliam do? I can't think of any at the moment.
Terry Gilliam's done a few. I'd have to look it up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he does some good stuff. I just can't remember off the top of my... Like, there's ones that I think that he did, but I don't want to speak incorrectly. Find out never, I guess. Google it. The next thing that we wanted to know what the average male shoe size was. It's 10.5.
Sweet.
And I always thought that display size was size 9. Am I the only one?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find anything online about that. It was just a bunch of stuff like how to display shoes, and like that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, sample size is 9.
Yeah, take a look at what I typed. That's what I need. Anyways, so there we go. We got the answer. Anyways, the next one that we weren't sure of is how tall is Woodrow Harrelson? We didn't know how tall Woody Harrelson is. He's 5'10".
I was going to say 5'10".
5'10", somewhere around there. Not too short, not tall. The other thing we were talking about last podcast, we were talking about twins, and we were talking about doppelgangers. Another word for a doppelganger that was mainly used in the U.S., like the early U.S., was the word fetch. And I thought that it was something from Supernatural. And there's a guy named Fetch in Supernatural, but that's not what I was thinking. They weren't using it that way.
What's that? The chick flick. I think it has Reese Witherspoon. It's like some high school thing. I just remember that there's these the It girls.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of the entourage.
Are you thinking Legally Blonde?
It could be. I don't know.
But
But anyways,
Legally Blonde, or are you thinking Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girls, or something?
I don't know. There's just one girl who kept trying to push the word fetch, and then the popular was like, "Stop saying fetch. It's not gonna happen." That is so fetch.
That's all the information from last podcast.
Damn, I missed out.
Easy breezy. Yeah, we got more topics today.
That's true.
It's going to be a load of fun.
So many much fun.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it's a perfect segue for movies.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Speaking of Woodrow, did you see, was it Highwaymen?
I haven't seen it yet.
The Netflix one?
I haven't seen it yet, but it's
Okay.
on my queue for sure.
Who's the other guy that's in it?
It's Tin Cup. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Actually, the way I remember his name is by watching How High, when the dude comes in the beginning to get some weed from Method Man. And he's like, Dances with Wolves, corny motherfucker. I got what you need.
Yeah, he was around for a little while, but then, classics like Tin Cup.
Yeah. Tin Cup.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Brought to you by
Big Meanie Stupid Head. And by
Eat My Shorts.
And by Stop It. And by
Make Me.
So, I'll go first. Usually, we email them back and forth because Tristan has her laptop. This one's a little impromptu, so I'm just going to say mine to you this time. I've never seen Final Destination.
I've not seen that either.
Perfect. That's great. Well, we can do this. Usually what we do is, if one person hasn't seen it, obviously there's always one person.
Yeah.
Then they try to guess what it's about. And then the other person, if they've seen it, they tell them how correct they are or not.
Okay. I know what it's about, though.
Yeah.
There's 7 of them.
Yeah, they're going somewhere. They're trying to get there.
And fate is trying to kill them.
Yes, something like that. Perfect. I think we nailed that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And
then I already talked about my movie. It was a little anticlimactic, The Highwaymen.
Oh, really?
Well, I know what it's about, though. It's about them hunting for Bonnie and Clyde.
Nice.
And they're old Texas Rangers or something.
Yeah.
That are just old as fuck.
They have Tommy guns and they have
They got all kinds of gear.
In front of an old car.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes.
Yeah,
A lot of our demographic is also really into those kind of things.
Oh, you have a demo?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Titties.
Yep. At Cheech and at Maisie if you want to get in touch with our fans.
I swiped right on a girl whose name was Maisie today.
Oh, good.
And I was really hoping that I could match with her just so I could bring her over here and be like, here's another Maisie.
Are you this crazy?
I just mean a woman that I might be interested in. So what I was telling you before about that old coworker was she went on a bad hinge date and she saw me on Hinge, and it said that we'd be the most compatible.
Oh,
And I've never gotten that before on Hinge. It always says, we think you two should meet.
gotcha.
And I've never seen that you'd be the most compatible together. And she saw it before I did, because I was up in Tillamook, in the hills
way-ish.
with no service. And then when I got off of work and I was heading home, everything just flooded in with at once. So I just get texts and Hinge messages and emails about it.
She was texting you?
We have each other's number. So we've
okay.
tried to go snowboarding and like go on hikes and shit over the years, but she always had a boyfriend, and
Yeah,
it was
me
just
too.
it was just a mutual thing. Anyways, it's like, hey, we both snowboard. Let's go hang out sometime on the mountain and shred. It'd be fun. And it never worked out. And then randomly, that day, she's like, oh, we're most compatible. What's up? And
How
I
you
was like,
living?
oh, I'm just heading back from Tillamook. She's like, oh, well, you want to go grab a drink sometime at 6 o'clock? I was like, yeah, I should be home around that time. And then right when I got home, she's like, oh, God, I had this bad Hinge date. Can we make it 5 instead? I was like, damn, you're thirsty.
She had a date before you.
Yeah. It was super funny. And then we went to Ron Tom's. And so I brought Toria with me, and she had her dog.
Sex worker.
Okay.
Who is a Mexican trash dog, or like street dog.
Yeah.
That she actually got from Mexico.
Okay.
The kinds that wander the streets.
They're
They're
just-
basically like Chihuahuas, but like maybe a little bit bigger, and it doesn't bark at all, and it's super cool.
Nice.
But she's a little buzzed by the time I got there. And there's a lot of things the next day that she doesn't remember talking about. Apparently, I went to her birthday party there one time while we were working at the hotel, and I don't remember that.
Well, that makes sense. We used to drop into a lot of things.
Yeah, and it was at Ron Tom's. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I've been there before, and there's been people that I've known there. But I was also drinking kind of heavy back then.
Yeah.
And I've hit my head a few times.
A few times there, too.
But it was a nice date. Like, we ended up getting out of there because she doesn't like being there after a certain time, because that's what she says, all the douchebags will show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's from 5 o'clock on. It's when all the D-bags show up in her book. So we're like, all right, we'll go somewhere else. We went to Roadside Attraction.
Yep.
Love that place because I can take him there, and in the wintertime it's perfect when it's raining or snowing or whatever. They have the heat lamps and the outdoor seating and the fireplace. So we went there and then kind of try to chill on the drinking, because I drove us both over there. I was like, you can't drive. The fuck out of you. So I drove us over there. We had a couple drinks, and then it was kind of one of those things like, hey, well, what do you want to do now? I was like, I don't know, fucking whatever you want to do. She's like, no, I asked you first. I'm like, all right, well, I'm driving back to your car. And then we'll figure it out when we get there. And so I dropped her off, and I gave her a hug goodbye. And as I was pulling away, her face was just like right there. I was like, obviously she wants a kiss, so I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna kiss this girl.
Okay.
It's interesting though. I talked to
Sex worker.
and he was like, well, what are your thoughts on, doing that with somebody that you used to work with that you've known for a long time? Fuck it, like, who cares? She's single, I'm single.
Was he trying to figure out, was he trying to test the waters for you or something?
I don't know. I think he was just, he kind of thinks about things in a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, you've worked with this person before for 6-7 years, and now you're kissing her. What's going to happen next?
Mm-hmm.
Where's this going to go? Is this going to be awkward or weird in some way?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that because you've already established that you guys get along well enough.
Yeah.
That's enough time to really tell if there's anything blaring, very obvious that you don't like about that person.
Right.
So yeah, once you bring that into it, it's kind of just it kind of jump starts things a little quicker than meeting someone for the first time. I get that.
There's already that chemistry and connection. But
Yeah.
I mean, we had only hung out once or twice before, and randomly at work.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
It was actually another really funny part when we were at Ron Tom's. They have the picnic table seating there.
Oh yeah.
We were sitting there with this other couple that happened to be just friends, but they're from Idaho.
Okay.
And so we were talking a little bit.
So one of them is just friends. The other one is.
Yeah, exactly. The girls just friends. And yeah, they were kind of listening in on our conversation, and the girl, every time she would get up, like, she kind of, oh, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but we're right here. And she's like, oh, it sounds like the date's going well. I was like, oh, well, I don't really know if it's a date. Like, we go way back, and, it was on Hinge, but she's like, oh, well, she obviously likes you. Like, it's going well, I can tell. It's like, whatever.
All right, thanks.
And then
Sex worker.
when that girl got up and left, she's like, I think she hopes that she was on the date with you instead of being with this other guy that she's with. It's like, yeah, they're not really talking much. She's more interested in our conversation and our dynamic. It's probably just my teeth that she wanted to ask me questions about and really get close to.
Girls love
Sex worker.
Actually, I am finding that to be very true. I've been on multiple dates, and it's kind of in the pictures that I have in my profile, and I have a link to my Instagram, so if they want to see it, they can see it, but I don't explicitly have just a face shot with me smiling with my...
Sex worker.
But every girl I've been out with, say it's endearing or some version of that. And I went out with this girl last weekend, and she said that it was really cute and endearing, and I said something along the lines of it being more approachable, making me more approachable, because I have like something fucked up about me, like one person, it reminds me of Shallow Hal, like that chick has web toes, and he's like, no, fuck, I can hang with that girl, but it's like the opposite. I have this one thing that makes me more approachable, otherwise, I don't know, they wouldn't approach me. I do actually not get a lot of people coming up to me, because when I walk him, I hear it kind of in front or beside or behind me as we're walking. I'm like, oh, he looks like a husky or a German shepherd or a wolf or a coyote. All these different things. But they will never confront me about it personally. Mm-hmm. But if I am on a date with a girl, or like Emily's with me, they'll talk to her about it. Or they might approach me as well. And a lot of times I've been on dates with them, and they'll approach my date, who it's like the first time they're even meeting my dog, and I'm like, oh, I love your dog, he's so beautiful. Bitch, I'm holding the leash, it's my dog.
Didn't quite work out the way you wanted, huh?
No, I don't care. I just think it's funny the way it happens that when I'm on dates, people can't help themselves but come up and interrupt my date to talk about him. I'm like, listen, just mind your own business. I'm trying to spit some game here. Because when I'm by myself, like, yeah, fuck you, I don't care.
Yeah, I think maybe it might be part of it too, is like when you're by yourself. I know that my personality's like this. Like if I saw you walking down the street with your dog, I wouldn't want to bother you, because in my head I'm like, I'm sure people walk up to him all the time and ask him what kind of dog it is. Like, what's up with this dog?
I do get that every now and then from people, but also maybe I just have like a resting bitch face or something.
Yeah, probably.
Which I'm sure I do.
Yeah, you have that crazy smile with your one tooth hanging out.
There's something going on. There's probably a tweaker, and that dog looks real intimidating. So I'm not going to go up and say anything.
Probably is a coyote that he caught.
Yeah, when he was younger, people would always think that he was a coyote because his size matched with a coyote more, and he hadn't really grown into his ears or anything.
Mm-hmm. He's playing some ball.
Yeah, he's a nice trailblazer.
Speaking of which, I was super bummed, so I'm on call. Mm-hmm. Plus this.
Yeah.
But I'm on call, but I got invited to go to the game again tonight. And I was just like, fuck.
When is your on-call cutoff?
Midnight.
Midnight. Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, you don't want to just chance it?
Well, the thing is,
you said the game, and I'm totally oblivious to what you were talking about.
Yeah.
But it's on at 7, is that what you're saying, or 7:30?
7:30, yeah. So we'll be done with this, like, right before.
So are you just planning on watching it on TV?
Yeah, I'm just going to watch it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as I mean, they've invited me to a few. Like, they're really...
just coworkers, or...?
No, I mean,
So he drinks so loud, and then he's got holes in his lips from back in the day when he had lip piercings, so the water just drips out.
I have the same problem.
Oh yeah, me too. I got this. That had that piercing over. You didn't know when I had that piercing.
No.
That was
Also,
when
I've
I
never
was
had
up here before. I know you didn't.
I thought about piercing my nose a few times, but I'm glad I never did.
Less chance of water coming out of your nose because of the piercing, though. So
I think actually, for your nose, you might want more water to come out than stay in. From my experience, having water in my nose.
you ever notice those weird people that when they jump in the river or the pool or whatever, they plug their nose?
Yeah.
When they're going in. Do you find that strange?
No, I do that.
Yeah, I think it's weird.
Yeah, I do that. I mean, I can jump in and I can swim without plugging my nose, but it's also I'm like, whatever requires the least amount of effort, and holding my nose requires less effort than focusing on not holding my nose.
So if you don't focus, then
Yeah.
it just the water goes up your nose. Is that why you do it? 'Cause the
Yeah.
Water, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're definitely more of a water person than I am.
That's true. I grew up in the water.
Yeah, I grew up on the mountain and in the valley.
I mean, you had the lake there. You just probably didn't swim that much.
No, it wasn't too good for swimming. Not long distances, at least.
It's probably pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, definitely
Was
the
it a
summer.
lot of runoff from the mountain, snow melt, or
No, it was.
it was just like fresh lake water, just chilling?
Eventually, yeah. I mean, it's man-made.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we have so much trouble. Well, they've had so much trouble with it being empty because they rely entirely on rainwater. I mean, some of the snow obviously melts into it too, but
Is it more for fun or?
tourists, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if it was technically also a reservoir, kind of like Shasta.
Yeah, no, it's totally for that. I mean, like,
Sex worker.
water does come from our mountain, but not from that lake.
Where?
So,
Yeah.
more you
Makes
know.
sense. I don't know, but have you been doing any painting at all?
I started one. I'm doing a drawing for someone's wedding.
Yeah. For a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, this guy I used to work with. I'm doing a drawing for their wedding. But yeah, painting takes up a lot of time.
That's true. I haven't done any painting in a long time, or even drawing really. I
Yeah.
tried to get back into drawing and got excited about it for a second.
It's always. I mean, every time you get into it, if you do something semi-okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's always exciting. It's a lot of fun. It's like when you finally pick up a book again and like sit down for a significant amount of time. You're just like, yeah, I like this.
I used
But-
to read a lot and I haven't read in a long
I
time.
know it's hard. You got to get the ball rolling. If you don't, then it's just it's hard to get
We
into.
also have to have like one more book than you think you're gonna read. Because if you just have one book, then you'll pick it up and you read it. And, yeah, that's cool. And fall off again. But if you have another one waiting afterwards, then you're like, all right, I've got this mojo going. Might as well continue it, and I'll just keep reading, and then you'll pick up more books after that. But I think that's my big problem. Is I have like one book, and I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
It's
Have you
like
tried buying 2 books?
buying books.
I like. That's the thing is I like to buy books. I like to have the physical book.
Oh no, me too.
But
Yeah, I don't really go to bookstores or anything anymore. It's mostly record stores. I went and bought some records since Prince died and Bowie died.
Mhm.
They've re-released a lot of their albums
Yeah.
and they've gotten much cheaper.
yeah,
which
because
is
they're re-releases. Yeah.
fucking phenomenal. Because how much it would have been before to get it, it's way more than it is now. So I bought it. The Star Child or something? Is it that Bowie one? I don't remember. It's one of his big albums, and it was, 20 something bucks. Like, yeah, this is great. Instead of 30 or 40, which it normally would have been
Well, that one
before.
spot. That
Well, I
one.
went to the one across from. It's on Burnside, right by the 405. Crystal Ballroom. Is it? You know what I'm talking about? Is it Music
Record store?
Millennium? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's music. Wait, 4 or 5. Yeah, it's Music Millennium.
Yeah.
Over on Burnside before you get into the
It's right
expensive
across.
ass houses.
It's right across from the Ringlers in the Crystal Ballroom.
What?
Right on Burnside.
No, that's Everyday Music.
Every day? Okay. That's what it was then. That place normally, they kind of gouge you. Because I did buy this one record that was $30-something. And it was like this, have you heard of Denali?
No.
So it's this girl that, well, it's just a female singer. But anyways, it's kind of from back in like the emo days.
Oh, okay.
And there was a very limited release. I think they only did 2 albums ever.
Mm-hmm.
So to find that, I was super surprised to see it, and it was in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, $30. I didn't look at the price until I got up to the counter. I was like, this is more than a brand new, unopened Bowie or Prince album.
Yeah, but it's in
And
original print though.
Yeah. But I was like, fuck, dude, is this really $30? Like, I just saw that. He's like, yeah, you still want it? I was like, fuck yeah, I still want it. Just trying to make sure.
Just complaining.
Listen, I'm still gonna buy this shit, but come on. I think I got the Denali record, Prince. No, I didn't get the Prince. I just got the Bowie, and then Keen, their original album, Hopes and Fears or something like that. I can't remember. It's the green album cover.
That one spot that I took you to though, they have a bunch of original stuff that are like $30.
Is it that one on Foster?
Yeah, the one off Foster and Powell.
Yeah.
It has some like
Second something. Yeah, I can't remember.
tapes and record. Yeah, it has a super just generic name.
Yeah, I drive by it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's where I got that Bowie album, and it was less than $30.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Prince album there, and
Mhm.
MJ album, and they're all in good condition. There.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
glad we
a
can't.
bunch of good ones there. Dude. They're fucking rad. I love them.
I'm glad we can't remember the name because how many people listen to this podcast? I'm worried it's gonna blow up. You know.
Oh, for sure. You don't want a bunch of jabronis in there buying cool records.
No, for sure. Well, I completely lost what we were talking about. Before.
We were talking about painting.
Well, yeah, before that, before
We
we got
were
rolling.
worried about that. It's all about the organic conversations.
Well, I do have one non-organic one that I for sure wanted to bring up to you.
GMO?
No. Jingle All the Way, the movie.
That's a real movie?
You haven't seen Jingle All the Way?
Oh, fuck that. Sounds stupid.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh,
90s Arnold.
shit.
Oof, we're going to have to watch that.
Also,
Because it's real bad.
you've seen it, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's another one that I've seen that I think maybe you haven't seen.
Okay.
Troll Hunters.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's Norwegian, I
I
think.
I know all about it.
Okay.
I haven't like blatantly kept away from it,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it because
It's pretty tight. When I was over in Italy, my sister and I think maybe you know about this, like our shit got stolen and she had to get her new passport and military ID. So we were down in Naples on this Navy base, and these people put us up. They just heard what was going on, like, oh, stay with us for as long as you need, right? And they're the ones that actually showed us Troll Hunters, and they were talking it up. It's like, dude, I've never heard of this. Sounds tight. It's all dubbed, and when you watch it, it's all because trolls are CGI, but it's all like practical, and a lot of it is kind of in the background, and their lighting is phenomenal for it, so it seems like it's very dark in there. It's fucking dark up in Norway when it's like wintertime and shit. So
yeah, I know all about it, and it's for sure like it's a cult classic. A lot of people really like it. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to. There's just so much to watch, you know.
yeah, that's true. There's a shit ton of stuff. Oh, also another one that I think you haven't seen that I have seen. It's a Belgian movie. It's called The Lure,
No,
and it's about these two mermaids,
Oh, okay.
and they come to shore. So basically, they're like sirens, right? So they sing, and then they make men come into the water, and they eat them. So they come onto land, right? And if they're not wet, they have legs, so they're humans. And then as soon as you splash some water on them, they turn back into fucking mermaids. but they joined this 80s glam band in Belgium, and they sing at this bar, and they have these fucking amazing tracks.
That sounds tight.
But then later on, it's like they're in this giant martini glass, and so their tails are hanging out and shit, and they're both just writhing around, and it's like this one promoter's like fucking them, and his wife's like, "You smell like fish." Fucking these mermaids. It's hilarious.
It's so fucking good.
Dude, it's so fucking good though. Have you seen Hedwig and the Angry Inch?
No.
Oh shit! All right, never mind then.
Well, there you have it. Yeah, what do you got for me?
The reason why I was asking if you had painted is because I got a computer again recently, and I started getting back into doing some Illustrator shit.
Yeah.
And did I show you anything that I worked on?
Yeah.
Is that...
But it was like right when you had gotten the computer, so if you've done anything since then, I haven't seen it.
There was the shark, Pink Floyd one.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And then there's another one with palm trees and hammerhead sharks.
I don't think I've seen that one. No.
Okay. But then you saw, obviously, the 9 Club re-edit, and that night that I was working on it, I got like a drop of water on the trackpad, and I just kind of brushed it off, and it just kept working for another like 5-6 hours that night. And then in the morning, now it's all glitchy.
Gosh.
Even if I plug in my Wacom tablet and I use it, the mouse is still a little glitchy, and it's like clicking every now and then when I'm not actually clicking. So I gotta fucking make a appointment to take it into the smart people.
That sucks.
Which I don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Knowing you, probably not, but you should.
No, I really need to, because I really want to get that 9 Club thing going, especially since Mike Moe said Sector 9 Club was like perfect.
Yeah.
That was one that I was kind of on the fence about, and now that he said it, it's golden. And then I saw that in the experience it says the other show that has skaters talking. So I was like, all right, well, now I want to put the show that has skaters laughing.
Yeah.
And then Aaron's supposed to be doing the re-edit of the credits music, so you can remix that.
Which is already just the soundtrack, the soundbite from that song.
Yeah, that one song. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can't fucking do this anymore. But yeah, it's just strings, so it's super easy to chop and screw.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've only done one so far then?
Yeah. Because of the
mouse
issue
incident, yeah.
with that. I mean, it's a little bit better now that I plugged in the Wacom. And if I use the pen, it's better than trying to use the mouse on it.
What about if you do a wireless mouse?
I mean, it's still a wireless mouse.
No, I know.
Because the mouse is wireless, but I have, put it on the hoo-ha.
Yeah.
I don't have a wireless mouse. I'm going to go buy one.
You can get it on Amazon for like $10.
That's $10 I don't want to spend on it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Not true. But I did download the next one, and it's Joey Brzezinski. I haven't watched it yet, because I was like, if I can't fucking edit it, then, I'm not going to do it. But it's only another 35-something minute episode, so it should be super chill.
You just put it on YouTube?
I will eventually make my own channel for it. I don't want to put it, like, I have it attached to my personal one at all.
Yeah, ours is attached to a different YouTube account.
Yeah, and then I do want to contact the 9 Club and
Make sure.
after I have like 3 of them done with the credits and like the new logo and everything finalized, I want to hit them up. Like, hey, what do you think about this?
Also a letter from Mike Moe.
Do I have your blessing? Because I think that could, not to get a plug from them, but just so that they're.
Are you gonna sue me or something?
Not that. Just that I don't want them to like see it and go, what the fuck is this? Like, you're just taking our shit and blah blah blah. I think they'd be stoked on it.
Yeah.
Especially
if you're not plugging sponsors, if you're not doing it for money.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make money. I just was like,
maybe get a job. I
found some funny shit in these stories, and when I reorganized it, I think I showed it to some people that don't know anything about skating. So I was trying to figure out
if it's actually funny or if it's inside.
Well, Aaron was asking me about that
baseball.
too. He's like, well, who are you trying to do this for? And I was like, really, I'm just trying to do it for myself because I like to make myself laugh. But also, if people do see it, it would be for the insiders, the skaters, because they have 100,000 subscribers. And then there's also more people that watch it that don't subscribe. And I feel like they get a kick out of it, but I try to see if there's people that don't skate that would get it, because that's the real test of if it works or not.
Yeah.
And so I did show
Sex worker.
and she was stoked on it. I showed a couple other people, and some people didn't get it, and other people were stoked on it. I was like, well, people didn't get it, just obviously don't have a sense of humor. Fuck them. It doesn't matter.
It's obviously the problem. Well, that makes sense. So the next thing, I mean, it's a perfect segue because I think it has a lot to do with it. Tristan has this, doesn't really have this issue, and I have this issue where I'm just like, I either need to be wearing shoes or I don't need to be wearing shoes. There's no middle sandal part for me.
Oh yeah, fuck sandals.
So I'm either needing shoes or I'm either not needing shoes.
Yeah. So,
Sex worker.
Sarah and I went on a hike up at Powell Butte with both of our dogs, and she had like the new version of Tevas.
Okay.
I don't remember the name. It's that level,
Okay.
where everybody's rocking those shits. And I was like, man, I saw you wearing these sandals, and I didn't really know if you're gonna be taking this hike or not, because you're in fucking sandals.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, they're so comfortable, you gotta get some, they're the best things, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. The most sandalish thing that I wear is slides. And
That's to take the trash out.
yeah, I mean, that's if I gotta go outside and take a piss real quick, and I don't want to go barefoot. But I'd rather just be barefoot than wearing fucking sandals. Like, that's just
Well, because I mean,
whack.
yeah. I don't know, so, like, there are sandals people. People who just always wear sandals.
They're always, that's their jam, is fucking sandals.
But that's different because then there are people who are just like, yeah, there's situations like the beach or anything to do with water. You need sandals. It's like, no, you don't. You wear your shoes till you get to the water. Take off your shoes. Or leave your shoes on.
Or leave your shoes on, for sure.
If it's rocky, leave your shoes on. You're going to lose your sandal in the water. That's what's going to happen.
Well, not some of them, because they have the ankle strap.
Well, yeah,
and like
those. But yeah, then you're wearing ankle strap sandals.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about people are like, they're like sandals for
sandals are like,
a brief moment.
Like flip-flops.
Sandals,
thongs.
flip-flops, thongs.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on where you're from, called different things. But yeah, there's people who are like, there's a situation for them. It's like, no, either you're weird and you're a sandals person and you wear them all the time, or just take off your shoes when you're ready.
Yeah. Rather go barefoot.
Yeah.
I got pretty tough feet, so I mean, they're a little bit more soft since I lived in the city for so long. And the city's dirty, so you can't be taking your shoes off on the streets.
I would agree.
Was that it? Just sandals?
Yeah.
Is that no more sandal stories?
Yeah, no other sandal stories. I just want to like
Is she a sandals chick? Is that her jam, or
she's
is she kind of like one foot in?
She thinks like there's a situation for sandals, which I mean it's really fair of her that we're putting her on blast while she's not here.
Well, that's her choice.
But it's not just her; it's just other people. It's just like I'm not a sandals all the time person. Mm-hmm. I don't think that people should wear sandals all the time, but there is a situation for sandals, and I just disagree.
Is that a male version, or do you think that it's a disagreement for male and female? Because I feel like for women, it's more acceptable to wear sandals, and then for men, if you're outside of Hawaii or
I think it's
SoCal, then you don't really wear them.
I think it's always more acceptable because most men's feet are hairy. And it's not great. But, I don't know, like, here's the thing, is even though I don't agree with it, and I would never do it, people who wear sandals all the time, including men, like, they wear sandals all the time. That's their shoe of choice. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
They're super weird in the wintertime, they're still wearing sandals. Yeah. But there are people, my whole thing is like, there's a situation for sandals, and that I just hard disagree.
Just as a side note, on this trackpad, or this mouse pad, did you notice that Audi...
Yeah, that show is sponsored by Audi.
Oh, tight. What show is this?
You don't know what that's from?
I don't know what that's from.
Really?
I mean, if you told me, I might, but this key looks familiar. I've seen it in something.
Mm-hmm.
What's it from?
I'll give you a hint. It's
Stranger Things?
Judd Apatow.
Alright.
No? It's kind of from Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, I didn't really fuck with Freaks and Geeks.
It's good. You gotta fuck with it. It's
I
only
know.
it's only like 2 seasons. It's
Yeah, I know, and a lot of the cats that are relevant today got their start in Freaks and Geeks too. Like Seth Rogen.
What's all the Jeff
Franco?
everyone?
Yeah, everybody that's in his films now. They
Yeah.
just carried over for sure.
Started over there. Well, yeah, because he did that, and then, fucking A. He did something else over that, but it's all of them too. Anyways, he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Good stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah, well, that's fine because that
well,
brings
I think
us...
that was the time in my life when I didn't have TV or internet or
What do you do now? Just get yourself a nice little pot treat from the store. Sit down on your day off.
Yeah, I can't really fuck with weed too much just because my job.
I
I
can't.
mean, I still do, but it's way less now than it was before, which is already barely.
Yeah. I just can't anymore. It fucks me so bad.
In what way?
Like I just have super paranoia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That didn't happen before.
No, but that's anything now. I can't do anything now besides drink. I mean, I probably could do coke, but I'm not going to because that was a problem for a while.
Coke's a joke.
So, but yeah, anything slightly hallucinogenic-ish, even though pot's not really hallucinogenic, but anything like that, I just have a bad trip now.
Yeah, I'm still a lightweight. I mean, a quarter of a hit off a bong and I'm fucked. Or because the shit my roommates grow is so amazing. It's like 2 hits off a joint. I gotta really, really pace myself when I'm smoking around that because they're the kind of people who dabs when they wake up to go to work and they're like high all day and shit. Well, some of them are, but that's a different lifestyle, man. I can't do that.
Forget about those people that microdose mushrooms.
Oh yeah, or like LSD and whatnot.
They're just like super functional and shit. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's wild. Actually, a roommate and a friend took some mushrooms yesterday and strung up a couple hammocks in the backyard. And we're just laying in the hammocks, having a good time. And then when I got home from work yesterday, I was working on my house, and so I was cutting up some wood, and I had a table saw, so it's like these long pieces that are just going through the table saw. So it's a continuous sound. I was like, I feel so bad that you're still coming down from the trip, and I'm over here. And so I went over and was like, hey man, I just got a couple more pieces that I got to trim up, and then I'll be done. And it's like, oh no worries, like you're fine. I was like, I just feel bad that you guys are coming down from mushrooms. I've never experienced it before, so I don't know how bad it is, but like,
I mean,
it could be just harsh and they're mellow,
No, I mean, like, the come down from things is only when you do, like, chemicals. The other stuff is just, like, you feel it less and less.
Oh, okay. But I just was thinking that they're in a really good mood, and they're mellow, and they're hanging out in these hammocks still. It was like this dude and his girlfriend, she just got to the house, and she had never been there before, and I was having a good time fucking with her. She's super gullible. Oh, God.
Your favorite kind of person.
This is a little snowflake.
We'll break you in, don't worry. Speaking of which, if we have time, I gotta take you downstairs and show you my setup.
Yeah, you got a little sex dungeon down there now?
Sure do.
Sex worker.
Moved out.
Yeah? But he left all his leather and whips and
Couldn't take it with him.
gadgets.
Dude,
Yeah,
his
obviously.
car got stolen 4 times.
Same one?
Yeah.
Hot
One time
item.
he was in Fred Meyer's.
It was a hot item.
It's a RAV4.
Yeah, that shit's hot on the streets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think 2 of the times it was used for doing heroin and having sex, so.
Damn, that's like the other guys in that cat's carcass. You ever heard of the soup kitchen?
Yep, exactly like that.
Oh, that's rough.
He's gotten it back every time, though. But I'm just like, you need to sell that.
Yeah, you can't keep living in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
After some people done some hair on and fucked in the back of your whip, I'd be getting out of my life very quick. I just got the brakes fixed on my car. Well, I fixed them. I ordered the parts. Just the fronts, because the steering wheel was starting to shake, and I was like, I only drive my car once or twice a week anyways, but still, like, yo, this is gotta
Take
get
care of that
fixed,
shit.
gotta get fixed. But I just was low on cash, so I was just having to shift the gears. It's automatic, but I'm still using like 30-second first, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, dude, I can't be using these brakes. And so finally I took it over to my homie's house, and he helped me switch out I got the rotors and the pads.
Oh, you did both?
Done. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna do the rotors, you might as well just throw some
Well, if you're
pads on.
I mean, if your
you're
steering wheel is
already
shaking, then yeah.
You're already taking that shit off. And I still had like some good life on the pads, but I was like, fuck it, dude. Just
Might as well.
get that good shit on.
Plus, you already got it, so.
Yeah.
Can't really tell how bad your pads are until you take them off.
Exactly. So I got some really good shit on there now, and
Damn.
it feels good. Feels good, you know. And next, I really want to get that squeak taken out of my
Find
shocks. Find it. Yeah. So my homie, he told me about his mechanic, and he's like, they don't charge you anything until they put a wrench to your car. So they'll look it over and tell you, and they're really fair, and they do all the work on his cars.
Tight.
So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal, dude. That squeak is fucking real annoying. I turn my music up, you know, try to get rid of it, drown it out.
Well, you can only do what you can do.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Brought to you by...
Bork Bork. Have dogs that bork? Bork Bork.
Well, yeah, that brings us about pretty close, so that'll catapult us into obituaries. The whole point of obituaries for us is just like, it's a bunch of bullshit back and forth, and this is really not important. So we like to not get depressing, but like bring it in, like, you know, honor someone that's passed.
Okay.
You know.
Are you talking about homies or
No.
Anybody? Anybody?
Well, so we do obituaries by state. So last week was Washington, D.C. or District of Columbia.
52.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, just go through them. No, we're not. You and I are not. No.
Oh,
you and I
okay.
are just doing Florida today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So there's a lot of Florida, though.
Yeah, well...
There's a lot.
Ironically, there is a 3-part today. It's 3 deaths. Usually there's only 2. I do 1, and then Tristan does 1. But on May 4th...
You didn't send me the info. Oh, no. On May the 4th be with you?
On May the 4th be with you.
This force was not strong with that one.
No. All 143 people lived, though. But 2 cats and a dog died. Yeah. So this plane crashed in Jacksonville, Florida. Skidded and overshot the runway. There's a river right next to it. And basically let me just read it to you. The article, which I'm about to read to you right now, is the person that is in quotation is the guy that was in charge of the rescue.
Okay.
But the person writing the article is where it starts out. It says that he said they looked in the cargo bay and did not hear any animal noises or see any crates, a suggestion that they were underwater. And the quote from the guy was, so at that point, as well as for their own safety and not knowing if the aircraft could potentially sink and risk their lives, they backed out.
Hmm. So
essentially they had no idea if the pets were alive.
Mm-hmm.
But
they had a record that there were pets on the plane, that's why they looked down there.
There was 100% 3 pets on the plane.
Okay.
Like last minute could be.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, there's I don't see or hear any pets, so we're not going to check.
Yo.
Sex worker.
Be out that motherfucker as soon as I put him in the crate.
Yeah, as soon as they put them in, they're going to be out.
He does not last long in a crate. He gets out that shit real quick. You gotta get a tie down or something and strap it closed, or he's out of that motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of dogs they were, but
bitch ass dogs is what I'm saying.
Well, even if
they had real small hands.
Well, that could be it too.
Hands.
Well,
speaking of plane deaths, did you hear about the one that happened up here recently? It was a personal...
we're not on Norwegian, so sorry.
Oh, my bad.
You have to save that.
When do we get to Oregon?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Did you hear about it though? There was one that happened. It's a personal plane. And it was 2 people that died on it or something.
Yeah, we do bigger planes than that.
Yeah. Okay. I was just bringing it up because I had heard about it on the radio, and
what had happened was,
yeah. So I heard it on the radio, and I was like, "Oh damn, that sucks," because it was in between here and Seattle or some shit. I can't remember exactly what had happened. But when I went over to my homie's house for the last Supercross race, we got this fantasy group where we choose the riders and what position they're going to be in. And at the end of the season, it's like a $20 buy-in, and somebody gets $140 at the end. And so we had a bunch of people coming over for the last race to watch it to really see if they're going to win or not.
Yeah.
And one of the people knew the cat who was in the plane, and it was like her or his friend's dad and son, and they crashed, and they didn't know what the reason for the accident was yet. But that was last week, and I'm sure they know now or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Just hearing on the radio and then having somebody a couple days later be like, "Oh, did you hear about this? I knew the people that crashed in that shit."
Yeah, well, I knew them, so.
Yeah, I'm cooler than you. I cut the line and shit.
Well.
So there's some more obituaries hit me.
No, that's just one.
Oh, just one?
Just one. I usually do one, and Tristan does one.
Well, I mean, that was technically three and one.
Yeah, 3 and 1. So we got it covered.
Yeah, it was a little common.
2 of them were cats too, so I don't really know if those count.
They got 9
You can buy
lives.
another one.
Yeah,
They're always at the Humane Society. You can buy another one. It's just a crapshoot with cats too. Like I don't mind cats too much, especially if there's someone else's cat. But their cats are always 50-50. They're either chill or
Dicks.
really not chill.
Yeah.
Dogs are either like, I'm an asshole, which means they aren't allowed to be around anymore.
Right.
Or they're like, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I saw somebody walking a cat the other day.
Yeah, that
Or
happens.
they were trying to start the walking
training?
process. Yeah. And I was walking homeboy over here, and the guy wasn't pulling the cat back. So I was like, all right, I'll let him see what's up, because he's pretty good around cats. Like, he wants to just sniff them and see what's up and then hang out. Maybe play with them, with his mouth or paws or whatever, but not in like a mean way. Not in a mean way, he just wants to play, he's like a playful dude, he just a lover. And so I was letting him get close and sniff in, and I was like, oh shit, maybe this cat's gonna step up and like smack him on the nose. That'd be tight. I haven't seen that yet. Let me see what's going on. But both of them were just kind of like, hey, what's up? What you got going on? You got on leash? Yeah, I'm on leash too. Is that your man's? Cool, this is my man's. This is what's up. And then
You can go shit somewhere later? What's up?
and they took off.
Tight, bro. That's a really good story.
Yeah, thanks. Also, another really good story that I think I should tell you about. I was thinking about it on the way over. It happened to me yesterday or the day before. No, I think it was yesterday. I was behind somebody, come up to a green light, and I honk at motherfuckers if they don't start, And so, green light, give it a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Little courtesy honk, let them know.
Not
green light.
not a lay on, but still.
No. It's a little,
like maybe you're looking down at your phone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let people know. And so I was like, alright, cool. Like, they're going, no worries. And then another stoplight comes up. It's like, alright, so I honked at them already. They ain't gonna fucking do that shit again. And then green light, and I look at them, and I see that they're both looking down. I give it a couple seconds, and I'm like, bonk. And the passenger looks back at me. I was like, I just started laughing. I was like, this is a motherfucker. I just honked at you.
Yeah.
You know I'm gonna do it again. I'm trying to get somewhere.
This is your fault at this point.
You're just waiting for it to happen. I was like, oh, hopefully another one happens. But no, they turned off. I was like, damn it. Third time's a charm. I think that would have been hilarious. Like, I stop signs and shit, too.
Pull into their house. You just parked in front of their house for like 5 days. Slowly lose their mind. Well, that brings us close to the end. So the last thing we do is sports news. We did NFL news for a long time because Tristan and I don't like football.
Yeah, fuck football.
So we thought it was funny, but we ran out of, especially...
Wait, which football?
American football.
American?
Especially come like preseason. Oh my god, all they were talking about was like prospects and
I love coming during preseason.
I love, yes.
That's my jam. Let me tell you. Preseason? That's my jam.
So we switched to sports news just to find some interesting things. But sometimes this happens. It's nice. This one's football. So like the first episode where we decided to like switch, just like let's just do sports because it's too hard to find stuff. It was football that I found something on, and this one again is football as well, but it's partially baseball. It's this article that I found on USA Today.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of information on it. I just really love the tagline. I hope you like it too. I think a lot of people know who this is. Hopefully you do. But the title of the article was Tim Tebow.
I've heard that name.
Yeah. Tim Tebow is a pretty good football player for a baseball prospect. I was just like, damn.
A baseball prospect? Is he trying to do a little crossover?
Yeah, he's in baseball now. He's not in football anymore.
Oh, okay. He's doing a little Daryl Strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he played for a pro team for a little bit. I saw that. But he's kind of struggling there. But I just thought the tag was just like, pretty good football player for a baseball prospect. It's like, we started in football. Oh, burn. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotcha.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The last thing, so this is more likely going to be the last episode. Maybe we'll do two more to make it even. Maybe,
I
maybe
think
not.
You should end with me. This made me feel really special. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty
for the
special.
last episode.
Pretty special episode. Maybe
First
we will.
song.
But we're doing, well, we talked about before, we might do the car podcast. The other thing that we're definitely going to be doing,
What's the car podcast?
it's just Tristan and I doing a podcast in the car.
Is it like comedians in cars?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Cities.
I just do my Jerry Seinfeld impression.
Nice.
What's the deal with cars? It's really good.
I think you were the one, possibly, who told me garçon means boy.
Oh, no, that's from that movie.
Yeah, but I think you told me that.
Okay, tell me, bro. The last thing that we are doing is, the other thing that we know that we're doing for sure is Tristan and Kyle unbox things. So that'll be on YouTube as well.
Unbox things?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're going to order some shit? Or
Yeah,
are you
we're
going to go
gonna-
around, like, rating people's...
We're gonna go steal people's Amazon stuff and unpack.
I mean, you could bring it back to them, like, get a little packaging tape and take it back. Like, they don't know what the fuck. They're hitting Amazon up, UPS,
I don't know.
FedEx, like, oh, the package said it was delivered.
Maybe we'll just sit on people's porches until they pick up their package, and we'll do the unboxing with them.
That's what's up. You should totally do that. Have you ever seen those package thief
Yeah.
YouTube videos and shit, like the traps they send with the shit that explodes or whatever?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Good story.
No, it'll
So-
pretty much just be like, so we don't film our faces in this one either. We won't in that one, but we'll just, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. If it's like, if we can figure out like a random generator, and then whatever it comes up with, order that on Amazon, and then we'll just unbox it and like go over.
Do they have?
product.
I don't know too much about this shit, but do they have like trending items or like
They probably do.
suggested items?
And we're gonna do some really shitty stuff, some stuff that people are not
Oh.
interested in.
Yo, have you seen the Tor network or like Darknet unboxing shits
No.
where people buy boxes?
Oh yeah, like random products, like in bulk and shit. Yeah.
Well, they buy like a box of shit
Yeah, no
off
idea
of
what's
the
in it.
Tor network,
Yeah.
which is even sketchier. And they do unboxing from there.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched a couple of those. Like, yo, that's some fucked up shit on there. Like,
Yeah, we're just gonna pick like a bunch of like really bad stuff. The first
yeah,
one I
you should
know.
get on the Tor network and do it. Maybe get some like RPGs or something. You know.
No, we're
Some-
trying to get like. We're not trying to spend like a lot of money. The first thing that we're
It's
getting
not that much,
is
like $400. $200.
less than that. The first thing that we're getting is
$50.
a battery powered card shuffler. So I'm really excited about that.
A card shuffler.
Yeah.
Cause.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some poker nights.
Yeah, I got the chips. You know it.
I don't know how to play poker, but
I just play it anyways.
beginner's luck. You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
taught Tristan the other day.
I'll just brush up on my Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah, there you
poker
go.
games, and then
You'll be set.
fucking, as long as we're doing 1800s bets, it should be good. 46 cents on this hand. I'm the high roller.
Whoa, he must have a good hand. We'll go for this guy.
This fucking guy.
So, yeah, that brings us to our outro. Do you want to do the outro?
How do I do it?